Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to Low Frame Rate City. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here anymore. The whole game just appears to be broken, and the thing that I thought was causing the most amount of lag is ironically one of the least laggy rooms in the entire... Okay, well, if you look directly at the trees, sure. But look at this. This is all fine over here. If anything, I think looking that direction specifically is what's causing us issues, because if you go outside, it's the same thing. Now, if you're watching this back on one of the lower quality settings, I think anything below 720, so, you know, 360, 480, it's playing at 30 FPS, you probably don't see a difference. But if you're playing at 720p 60, 1080, 60, 4K, you're going to notice that the frame rate does drop when I look over here. And for what purpose? For what reason? What is gained? What's going on out here that's causing so much trouble? Oh. Well, no, okay, so it's unlikely it's these plants. By the way, they've been busy out here. They've been doing some remodeling. I'm not sure to what end. I noticed that my farm is gone. Dave TLV. Had to move your farming stuff to this chest so it wouldn't get destroyed. Okay, well, you know what? That's the essence of the farming stuff. I don't see the water that I brought out here or the dirt, but I guess I can make more dirt. Is it these plants? Hold on. If I'm not looking at the plants, everything seems fine. Oh my gosh! Hey! It's the pig! I thought that it died or worse. Oh my gosh! We need to get a lead and hook this thing up to a fence down there or something. I thought for sure that pig had died or gone in through the portal to the nether or something. That's great. I love to see that. I'm happy the pig's back. Is it those plants? Look at the frame rate when I look at them, and then when I look over here, it's all buttery smooth again. Oh, this is strange. I'm not sure. It didn't cause issues like that in Stone Block 2, but then again, I guess there wasn't so much of it. Oh my gosh, it's over there now, too. Anyway, today we are going to focus on simple storage. I've got everything we need up here, I think. I was looking at barrels. It's not really relevant. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is, because I was looking in here. I was like, oh, wants me to build barrels and crates and things. But no, today we're looking at simple storage. And I don't know if I've used that mod before. It sounds familiar. I think we might have had it in Five Head Island. But here's everything we're going to need for it, apparently. I got it all pulled up over here. I'm not really sure how any of it interacts, but if I'm remembering this mod, and it's the same as the one in Five Head Island, and it is what I think that it is, I believe this sort of works by taking other storage methods. So, you know, as opposed to something like the AE2 storage network. This just uses vanilla chests or crates or barrels, and you network them together, and that's where you keep things stored. So you're not breaking it down into sort of raw energy like you would be in one of those other systems and storing it that way inside of disks. Instead, we're doing it using just chests. And this is, if anything, this is just sort of an advanced sorting mechanism and it's sort of a retrieval. You know, imagine your chests as a warehouse, and then simple storage network it acts as sort of like an automated claw arm that goes around and grabs what you need for you and brings it up to the front so you can package it in a box, put it on a drone, send it to my house same day. Amazon, why has that not happened yet? I know, when you announced it, all the cynics, all the millennials, like, that's never gonna happen. I believed because I want to believe that humanity can continue to progress and improve and make leaps and bounds, and part of that is getting me my Nintendo Switch games physically faster via drone. Make it happen. I did see the new drone. It looks like a good improvement. I suppose we're going to start here with the request table used to overview and request items from the network, manage all processing cables in the network, the heart of the network, only one per network. I guess we'll start there. The storage network master. And it's going to require quartz, storage cables, and diamonds. I did pull up storage cables over here. We're going to need those. I did also pull up, even though these weren't listed in our advancement book, the storage cables for importing, exporting, and linking. I'm going to pretend like I know what all of those are for. I have a vague idea in my head, and I'm semi-confident about it. But the actual storage cable isn't complicated. It's stone slabs and iron. I've been working on iron sort of in the background, on the side, in between episodes. I don't know why I said in the background. It's not as though if you paid attention closely during my opening monologues, you would have seen another me running around back here, working with iron. Although, That would be interesting. That would be some interesting story beats right there. We've got plenty of iron now, and we're getting more with just every passing second. We don't have stone, though, and we're going to need quite a bit of it. So I have been busy. I have been creating charcoal, which we can break down into some charcoal pieces, and we'll throw some... You know what? Let's get a lot of stone. I don't know how much we'll need, but there's no reason to not just get as much as possible. So we'll have that one going, and we'll have this one going. There we go. That should speed things up quite a bit. And then I'm just going to store the rest of these charcoal pieces in here, along with some of the other things I've cooked up recently, like brick and pork chop. Because eating apple all day is getting old. I haven't planted them yet, but you folks will remember we did get apple and bacon trees, which hopefully I stored in here, otherwise I lost. They're probably in one of these chests. Storage is out of control. And I think that's the understatement of the century. Well, no, someone has probably understated something more severely than that. Bacon and donut right there. Yeah, I did entirely misplace them, but it's okay. We're gonna work on that today. That's the whole purpose of the simple storage. So we've got 9 stones. That's enough to get us started here. That'll give us, 18 stone slabs? And that should give us a pretty good stock of cable. As soon as I remember what the recipe was. Was it something like that? It was. Okay. So that's enough for 24 of them. And that's more than enough to get the network master once we get a diamond and some quartz. Now, quartz you can get from the nether. And some of you may remember we did, in fact, do that when we built a portal to the nether. Which I didn't see out there. I have to talk to somebody about that. They're constantly doing things around here. No one's asking me for permission to do these things. They're just doing them. I don't want to have to make more obsidian if I'm going to need more quartz later so I can go back to the nether again. I've got someone around here, one of you, maybe Haley, couldn't say, someone has got a hold of my quartz. Or not my quartz, my obsidian. I need them to go put my portal back, please. Storage network master. The heart of the storage, only one per network, yada, yada, yada. Awesome. You know what I just realized, though, is I don't know if we have to power this thing. Potential empty slots, connections. It's not saying it needs power, but it might. Okay, well, that's that one down. Next up, we need to manage processing cables, use to overview and request items from the network. Which one of these do we want to do first? We could do either. It doesn't really matter. I noticed this one's going to need processing cables. Can automate... Hold on a second. What does that do? Can automate simple processing transactions. How is that different than just a default cable to connect parts of your network, used to connect inventories? And then this one is, you can automate simple process. Okay, sure. For that, we're going to need obsidian, we're going to need lapis, and then we're going to need some gold nuggets, and an observer? What is this? Is this new? What? I don't think I've ever seen one of these. This must be, it is part of Minecraft. I wonder what this does. Let me know if you're big into Minecraft and redstone and things like that. In the meantime, I think this is our first use of redstone, which we of course got from a tree previously, but we'll get our observer. And then from there, we will need to get the gold nuggets, and we should be ready to go. I should have gold. I've got gold amber. We'll throw that in here. And we're going to need either another basin or we're just going to need to move this table over, and that's the one I'm going to opt for because it's the quickest and the easiest, and I wonder if there's any use for an electrum ingot. We've got them. That's why I ask. Awesome. Give me that gold, please. And we need to keep the iron going. Don't want to run out of that in mid-episode. That would be an embarrassment. All right, got our nuggets, and we can now build the processing cables, and I'm only going to make 4 of them because that's all we need for this recipe. Finally, we're going to need obsidian and lapis. Now, lapis I should have because I've gotten a tree. Yeah, I've got a tree for lapis, and haven't been super aggressively storing it or anything, but we do fortunately have some. Or not necessarily storing it. I mean, obviously, all of it being produced is being stored in the chest inside of our tree room, which is a weird thing to have. Who decides to store... Oh, this is getting messy. Why did y'all ruin the lake? Also, we have an infinite water source up here now, so I don't know why I did that. I've got no idea what's going on anymore. Obsidian. Excellent work. Can I make this now? I think I can. I've lost track of the sentence I was saying. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. We got a controller, though. So we'll plop that thing down maybe right there next to it. Maybe. I haven't looked into this yet, and I'm not going to. We're just going to push forward. Storage request table. I think that's the object we actually interact with. It's going to require more gold. And also, I'm sorry if you folks can hear the lawnmower outside my window. Someone is taking advantage of the nice sunny day to mow their yard, and I can't say that I blame them. I wish they would come mow my yard. That would be really helpful. But they won't. Here's something I've been curious about. Can I take 4 of these and do this with it? No. I ask because you can do that and you get like a bunch of chests. And I thought maybe we could do it and get a bunch of crafting tables. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone ever need to make a whole bunch of crafting tables in one go? Exactly, they wouldn't. So I'm just being dumb, I guess. Keep these heating up. And how many of these did we need? I think 4 total. I think they go around in the corners. So that should give us 3. This will be number 4. Excellent. And pop, got ourselves a storage request table. And I can interact with it. I can, in fact, interact with it. Hold shift for more information. So we can search for objects there. Sort name, JEI. Okay, I get the general idea. Let's create something to store objects in. So we'll get rid of that for now. We're not going to get rid of the rest of these recipes because I might need to. Use to access the network 64 blocks. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh! Shrek me! Oh my gosh! Where did that even come from? Oh, man! What the heck? Can you imagine if that had been a regular creeper? We would be so Shrek'd right now. Oh, good gosh. I'll take advantage of this little bit of flight. He must have dropped down from above. Let's go take a nap. We're going to sleep through the night because the night is dark and full of terror and I don't care for it. What are those two doing? Tor, there you are. Why aren't you outside? Why aren't you doing garden? I noticed that Niv is doing all the work. I'm in charge now? Alright, well fine, fair enough. Hey Daisy Duke, how are you? This new friend of yours makes me feel uncomfortable? Yeah, I'm starting to get that vibe from him too. I don't know what his deal is. Tor didn't used to be like this. Tor was a noble knight and a gentleman, and I don't know why he's behaving in that manner. Alright, let's make some sort of a storage device. What do y'all think? A crate? Let's do a crate. We could easily use a chest, but we've got so many chests. I want to do something different. A crate is basically a chest that is not. So, wait a minute. Hold on. How does this work? I've made... Oh, wait. Is this like a... Yeah, okay. So it's like a barrel. Right. So you put objects in there with a right click, left click, take them out. I've only got 1, though. Did I put more than 1 in there? I didn't. All right. What if I put like a shift right click? Nothing. You put in the whole stack or nothing. You can't take them out one at a time either, apparently. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Does anyone know the secret to this? Me either. Let's just hook it up. And for that, we're going to need the... Used to connect inventories to the network. Storage link cable, I assume. And we are running out of cables, but we do have enough for this one. So it's a chest with the regular storage cables. Oh, it does give us 4 of them. So that's handy. So we, right-click it on there. It looks like it's hooked up. And looky there! Diamonds! It works! Oh my gosh, the power. I wonder if these objects are necessary, though. The master and the controller. I guess so. If I break these, it's probably going to ruin the network. Yeah, you can't even access this thing anymore. So if I put back down the master, it works again. So what does the controller do? What purpose do you serve? Manage all processing cables in the network. Well, we don't even have processing cables. Processing cables were the cables we had to build the controller. Maybe later we'll use them. I guess that's for automating things. I'm not really sure how to go about doing that. Oh, okay, you got some control on here too. So I see that you've got a demote priority. Smaller goes first. We got a blacklist or a whitelist, and I guess that's what you put in here. So if you want to blacklist iron from going into, let's say, a chest, if you had a chest over here instead of a crate, you could do that. Import filter, input and output, only. Okay, input and output are only output. Those are your options. Import filters. This is neat. All right, I like this. So here's what we can do now, is we can go back over here, and we can have all of this in here tied into that network. And then without having to come into this room from right outside, we can access the inventory of every single one of these chests. But We can do better. We can replace the chests. Why use chests when we could use something different? Now, in other mod packs, you'd have things like storage drawers. And, oh, by the way, did we get all of our achievements? No, we have to build the wireless remote next. We'll get to that. I don't see storage drawers here. I don't think it's an option, which is a shame, because with the storage drawer, you could divide the drawer into two and have two really big storage areas to, let's say, for example, the iron. What do we want to store? We want resin and acorns. If we put something like a crate under here, it's only going to store one or the other. We'd have to choose right at the offset. With a drawer, you could divide it down the middle, and you can have, you have one block that has two individual drawers, one holding the resin, one holding the acorns. I can't figure out how to do that in this pack. There doesn't seem to be any sort of storage device that allows for that, and I've searched for storage outside of what's in the advancement book, typing in things like drawer, typing in things like storage, typing in things like chest, just trying to get a feel for what's in here, and crates and barrels and whatnot. Here's my question. What is the difference between this and a barrel? Because they're both, I noticed, from the same mod. Barrels, drums, storage, and more. What an odd mod. Barrels, is that what it's called? It is barrels, drum. Okay, I guess you shouldn't put separations in there. We'll leave it like that. This is everything it's got. It has drums. I've seen drums before. That holds liquids. What is the purpose of a barrel, and how is it different than a crate? What did it say inside the advancement book? Let's see here. Just says craft one. This block increases your capacity over the wooden barrel. But to what end? What is the advantage? I mean, I'll build one. I'll build one right now. What goes into it? We're going to need a spruce, some pressure plates, some birch planks. I don't think that the type of plank you use is actually important at all. Well, let's get some chests out because we might need those. And how do you make a pressure plate? That is a thing that I don't do very often. What do we have an abundance of? Oak wood. Now we've got an abundance of planks. So let's get our handy-dandy crafting table out. And I figured out how to make a a pressure plate, everyone. So pat me on the back next time you see me. Or don't. That might be a bit... We're all strangers, really. We don't know each other in the real world. We're all internet friends, and physical contact might be a bit awkward for all of you, and me especially. Wooden barrel. Plop that sucker down. Does this all... Are they inside the walls? Where are these things at? Where are they? I'm going crazy. Should I not be doing this? No, you know what? I've got people who do things like this. We'll let someone else go do this adventure. I hear an Owen Wilson in there going, wow. Barrel. Literally no idea. Let's try putting water into it. Why would there be drums and barrels, though? Why would you need both of those things? Oh. Yeah, look at that. That looks ridiculous, but it does work. Great. Mission complete there, I guess. There's also something in here called a... What is this? A storage container? A shipping container. This container allows inserting most blocks that can hold items, liquids, and power. So maybe we can make one of these, and inside of that put two of these? Possibly? Also, I figured out you can take one at a time out if you left-click with something in your hand as opposed to an empty hand. But that doesn't explain how you're supposed to put objects in one at a time. I'm still unsure about that. We're going to take this off, though. We have to do all of this anyway to complete the advancement, so we might as well go ahead and do it. So we're going to make the iron plates. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. We got to make a plate cast, which just a bit of gold onto an iron plate. Excuse me? Where do you think I'm going to get an iron plate if I can't cast it? Game, you goof. Why didn't you think about that? Maybe we can make a plate out of wood somehow. Let's put these recipes over on the side so we can keep track of them. And I'm going to type in just plate and see what we get. We got pressure plates, obviously, but we need to find maybe like a cobblestone plate? I'm not seeing one. Yeah, every single one of these recipes is under the impression that I'm going to have a plate before I can make a plate. You can see how problematic that is. Otherwise, we can make an enrichment chamber, a forging hammer, and that'll give us one. What's a forging hammer? It sounds cool. Or a pressurizer. Forging hammer sounds awesome, like we're going to be dwarves in a mine or something. Oh, and it's got a real simple recipe, which does include chiseled stone, but hopefully that's just regular stone. Let's give that one a shot. We're going to get some stone out of here. And we will use some of these, the abundance of oak wood logs that we've got. And we're going to have to do it inside of our big old crafting grid. Ooh, we need sticks. Oh no, what a halt that's going to grind us to, having to get sticks. Forging hammer. Sweet, look at this. Oh, look at that! That looks awesome! Okay, so we want to get some iron in there. I guess we'll just put 1, 2... Oh, it's automatic, too. Doesn't need any kind of power. Boom! Nice. It did only give us 1, though, even though I put 2 in there. Does it need 2 to make 1 plate? I didn't check. Let me see. What's the recipe here? Looks like, yeah, it does. So it's going to have 2. Well, rip. We've got plenty of iron. We're not hurting for it. Nice. I like this. I don't know what mod this is from, but I want more of this. Practical Logistics 2. We'll be looking into that one a lot. That's so cool. Oh, man. I'm not even going to question where the iron came from in the recipe. I mean, there was none used, but very clearly that's a big old block of iron and it's got some sort... Well, maybe it's stone. Maybe that's the stone. Yeah. You squish the iron with the stone. Something along those lines. What did I need that for? Oh, right. I was going to make a shipping container. I completely forgot. I got so distracted. How am I supposed to make one of these? A metal crate? Oh, I'm going to need a lot of iron plate, actually. Okay. We'll just put all of our iron in there. Like 48 of them. That ought to do it. I'm making more over here, so we're not hurting for it. Good gosh, that is expensive! Oh my sweet lord, I just looked at this. Look at the amount of iron you need to build the shipping container. That is absurd! The idea that I'm going to put one of these underneath every single tree I've got growing in there is just not feasible. It's not possible. It's the opposite. It's impossible. That's going to require so much iron. We're going to have to find a different solution to this problem. Moving swiftly along, we're still going to do these things this episode, just so we can clear out a big chunk of advancements, because progress has been slow recently. We are going to build the storage remote, and for that we're going to need to build a set of storage import and export cables, which are going to require that we get some more materials here. I don't know. I don't think I have what I need for a piston. Or I might. Let me check. I just looked at the contents of my inventory. I think I put away the redstone because I was trying to keep the inventory clear. I can't wait to not have to do this anymore, by the way, because you better believe I'm going to build just a grid of chests, and we're going to hook them up to this bad boy. It's going to be great. Or there are better things to store objects in than chests. Things that aren't even mentioned here in the advancement book, as far as I can tell. Well, no, there it is. Yeah, there's compact storage chests. Those are fun. We're going to touch on those. I don't know if you can build them to maybe... you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll touch on that later. For right now, let's get this bad boy open, and let's build the piston, which is then going to allow us to build the export cables, and we're running out of regular cables. We've only got 4 left. How many do we need for the import cables? 4! Oh, no. Well, that means I'm going to have to go make some more cables. All right, I just had a little bit of a mix-up, and I made more storage link cables by mistake because I am a fool. But now we've got a stack of storage cables, and that's enough to make our hopper. Oh, iron. Iron. Yeah. All right, things have gotten a bit chaotic around here. I'm going to bring it all back in, though, now, with a reminder of what it is we are currently working towards. So we are trying to build the remote, and then after that's done, we're going to make these metal objects, and all of this is in the name of advancements, because one of the big draws with this pack is that I don't have to be creative and decide what we're going to do next on my own, like I did in other series in the past. Like, we just have a book that's going to tell me what I need to do next, and I love that. So what we're doing here today is completing this chunk, and maybe this chunk. I've just decided that right now because all we have to do is build an upside-down hopper. Heck, can we do that right now? I think we can. Do we have enough iron for it? We do. Maybe we need this iron for something more important. Check this out. Same recipe, but upside down. Gives you an upper. Works like a hopper, but in reverse. So you can feed things into the bottom of an inventory if you wanted to. So if we wanted to get something from like this chest to this chest, which we don't, but maybe we do for right now. Oh, look at that. It's working. It's pulling objects up. Let's stop doing that, because that's going to mess with my sorting really badly. There we are. Put that back in there. It's cool. We've got an upper. I'll leave it over here for now. Maybe we'll find a use for it. Now, we finally have the storage import cables, the export cables, the regular cables, and the gold ingots necessary to make the wireless storage remote, which we can use to access absolutely nothing. I mean, do I have to do something with it to associate it? Use to access the network within 64 blocks. I mean, it's not working possibly because there is no network. Oh. What am I right-clicking on now? Right, so this is the storage link cable, storage request cable, controller, and then I can right-click on this, but I don't know what this does. This is the controller. Do I right-click on here with this? Right-click on... Oh. There we go. Okay, maybe that's what did it. Right-clicking on the simple storage network master. But, of course, it's not hooked up to any inventory, so nothing's going to show up there. That's fine. Next up, I guess we can get rid of that. We'll leave the cables up here in case we need to make more. I don't think we will. Now we need to make the metal drum and the metal crate, which is why I went through and made all these iron plates, some of you may recall. I keep opening the wrong... I keep opening the small crafting grid instead of the large one with our handheld crafting table. I think there's a way you can upgrade your crafting grid. Actually, I think there's inventory upgrades and things that you can eat. I think you can find, like, cake upgrades that you can eat, and they will expand your personal inventory. Or maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different pack, but I'm almost sure that's a thing. Maybe if we look for cakes, what can we find here? Ooh, pumpkin cake, delicious. Hunting dimension cake, yum. None of these are what I was thinking of, and maybe they don't really exist. I thought I saw them in the advancement book, though. But then again, maybe I'm just a crazy person, because none of this seems to have anything to do with it. Anyway, metal crate. Get a regular crate and some iron plate. Make yourself... Oh... What? I'm sorry, why? What? Huh? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because we're using the handheld crafting table. Maybe it doesn't like that for whatever reason. Well, that's fine. We've got iron plate over here and a wooden crate. Okay. Come on now. What is the issue here? Thermal foundation plate. Thermal foundation plate. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's the correct mod and everything. It's all good. It's an empty wooden crate. It is empty. I can confirm. You don't reckon it's because it's been used before, do you? Surely not. What about the metal drum barrel? We just need to make some weighted pressure plates for that one. Well, we should have some more iron over here in just a second. Do we have to have a vanilla crafting table? I'm telling you right now, if this is one of those kind of mods, and it's going to require that I have a vanilla crafting table to make this happen, I am going to accept it, because what else can I do? But, oh no, where did the crate go? Are you serious right now? No, come on! How am I supposed to do it? What the heck? Is there a trick I'm missing here? Let me go back. It's going to be under Age of Storage. Craft barrels, drums, storage, and more metal crate. This block increases your capacity over the wooden crate. I can't craft it. I'm trying. It's not mentioning that it has to be built in any sort of special... storage, or any kind of special, let's see, what's the name of the mod? Barrels. Barrels, crates, store. Yeah, it doesn't have its own crafting table or anything. Oh my gosh. That's fine. Look, what we're going to do now is we're going to attempt to build the barrel. And I'm hoping it turns out differently here. The barrel has also been used, though. I was going to say the advantage to trying this is that our... Okay, metal barrel works. We got the metal barrel. It's like the wooden one, but stores more. And then metal crate. Yeah? Wooden crate, iron plate. Why? What the heck? Game? Is anyone else having this problem? Comment down below. Look, we can't even build the shipping container. We can't build the shipping because we can't make the... gotta have a metal plate. It pulls the items in there, but it won't give me the what? Words? Why? What? Final idea is to just make another wooden crate. So one that's never ever been used for anything. Oh, and now it works. This one says it's empty, though. They don't stack. Is it actually empty? Okay, there we go. Maybe they're... What? Let's throw this one down. It certainly looks like it's just a regular crate. Holds objects like a regular crate. What happened to this crate? Is this crate just stubborn? You know what I'm going to do with this crate? I'm going to throw it in the water. Good riddance to it. But there we go. We've done it now. We've managed to make the metal crate, which of course holds more, we've been led to believe, than the wooden one. Increases your capacity over the wooden crate. I mean, I don't know what the capacity of the wooden crate was. None of it's being explained here. This advancement book is kind of useless. It doesn't have enough information in it. I'd have to go Google independently what these things store, which I guess I'm going to do now. There is no wiki. I just checked. There's no entries on a wiki for it, and the CurseForge page that hosts the mod doesn't do anything other than just tell you that these objects exist. Why? What? Why? I don't understand. But okay, we'll have to just experiment with it, I suppose. The big dog here, the big object we want to build is the shipping container, which is going to require so much dang iron, but none of you are going to be subjected to that, thanks to the magic of editing. Isn't editing a beautiful thing? You got to skip all kinds of nonsense, like me very slowly making all of this iron, and me very slowly crafting iron bars. The iron bars weren't that slow. One thing you didn't get to miss is me taking out my anger and frustration on this random happy creeper. I always fail. It's nice to see that doesn't seem to affect Haley at all. She's not getting all bubbly-headed and flying away, so that's good. Wow, there's a lot of squids down there. I would have thought that they would like the artificial fountain little pond thing less than a real one, but it looks like they're doing better than ever. The squid population has soared, and they seem to be concentrated around Blood Elf, so maybe he is, in fact, Viking King of the Squids. I can't say. What I can say is, shipping container, haha, no, we're actually we're still short. We don't have enough. How do we not have enough? I thought I'd done the math right. I guess I didn't do the math right. Oh no. And what else are we missing? Did it say there? We don't have a metal crate? We do. I crafted one. I must have stored it away inside of something earlier. Yeah, there it is. Goodness gracious me. What a nightmare. Good grief. We're going to have to wait on the rest of the iron to cool up. I thought editing was this cool trick. I thought we'd just done this excellent pro technique of skipping through a bunch of unintelligible gibberish as I sort of hummed and sang to no one in particular a little ditty about how I was passing the time. You folks missed it. It was a real good tune. I enjoyed myself. I often do times sing. That sentence made no sense. I'm having trouble with words today. I don't know if you can tell. I am in a peculiar position right now, mentally, physically. I'm a little bit exhausted, but this had to be recorded. So that's should explain what's happening in the episode. If you had any questions as to why it's going the way that it is, but there we go. So we've got that. Oh my gosh. That is not what was expected. Okay, so we can put objects in there. Presumably we could put things like chests, maybe? No. I guess we can only put things like the barrels. So let's just make some more barrels then. Let's give it a try. I want to see this thing working before we close up for today. Not barrels, though. I'm going to put crates, if I can. Do I still have that recipe pulled up here? Let's see. If we look at the metal crate, yeah, it'll give us the recipe for the wood. I did not mean to make 17 of those, but here we are. I can put those in there. It looks like it just kind of holds them. My guess is if we were to put certain things in these, right? So if I put maybe iron acorns in one of these, and then I put that in there, if we then piped iron acorns into the shipping container, it would then drop them into the appropriate crate. So what we could do is I'm going to take all of these out, and what I'm guessing, I don't know this for a fact, but here's my guess. If I took this in here, and I set it up over here, like just sort of into this wall maybe, but if I put it up over here somewhere, I could then kind of determine what we need out of these. So for instance, from the slime tree, all we really want is the slime, congealed slime blocks and slime balls. We don't need any more saplings. You know, out of the lapis, all we need is the acorns. So I could set up a crate that has nothing but lapis acorns in it, and then we could take that crate and we can break it. Hopefully it doesn't lose all its contents. It doesn't seem to. We can then put it inside of here. Which one is that? And then if we pipe items into there, it'll store them, presumably, into this crate. And then we can add individual upgrades to the crate. Maybe. I don't know any of this to be definitive, fact by any means. I'm just theorizing. But that might be how we handle the situation in here. We'll just create the crates and then we'll pipe the items in. We'll teleport the items in somehow. Or run them with cables. I'm not sure. This episode has gone long on... Oh my gosh! I gotta go! My brain is melting. I feel it leaking out of my ears. I need to stop this. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you and I'll see you next time. Bye!